Yo, what's good? So, as promised, here's the second part of that short that I said I was gonna make. Um, this is gonna be my first YouTube video, long form video, and since it's gonna be the first one, I wanted it to be about something or someone that meant something special to me, and that's my father, and the night that I lost him. But I want to start the night before. I was at the recording studio with a friend, and we're recording a couple songs, doing our little thing, fucking around. I get a phone call, and it was from my father, and I didn't rush to answer, right? So I missed the call. And then my girlfriend at the time calls me, and I pick up the phone, and she said, "Oh, I talked to your father, and he wants you to call him. But since you're at the studio, he's happy, he's proud of you, whatever. He said I don't want to bother him. Tell him to call me in the morning." So I finish doing what I'm doing, go home, whatever. In the meantime, there's a snowstorm coming, and I'm figuring that's why he was calling me, to tell me to come over in the morning, help him clean up around the house, clean up the snow, the sidewalks, and stuff like that. So I call him, he doesn't answer. And it was a little weird, but I'm thinking maybe he's just outside and his phone's in the house, he don't see it. So I call him a couple more times and he don't answer. And something's telling me something's not right, and to just go over there and check it out. So one of my boys was with me, and I'm like, "Yo, let's go over to my father's house, clean up, shovel up the snow and all that." So right by my father's house, there's a red light, but you could see his house and like his parking area from the red light. So we pull up to the red light, and I'm sitting there, and I'm looking at the house, and I could see that the sidewalks aren't shoveled, and his truck's still covered in snow, and I'm just like, that's weird as hell. So I pull up there. And call him one or two more times, and he don't answer. And he is never the type to like sleep in late or nothing like that. He had a landscaping company, so the snow on the truck and the snow on his sidewalk told me like something wasn't right. So I go knock on the door, a little harder this time. No answer. I go back to the car like, "Yo, he's not answering the door. I don't know what to do." So he was dating this woman that I knew of. I knew her, and I had her phone number. So I call her, Miss Burgers. I call her and say, "Hey, my father told me to call him this morning and to come over to the house, and now he's not answering. Is he over at your house? Maybe," I'm thinking, hopefully. And she says, "No, Lamar, he's not here." And I'm like, "Oh shit." And she says, "Do you know that your father hasn't been taking his medicine like he's supposed to?" And no, I didn't know that. I tell her. And she says, "Yeah, the medicine that he's been on, he hasn't been able to afford it, and he's been breaking the pills in half and taking halves of pills. And that's not good, basically." And she says, "I'm sorry, Lamar, but I think you should call the police." And I'm just like, "What? Call the police? Like, what the fuck?" So I get off, I'm like, all right. And I get off the phone with her. And now my heart's racing. I'm nervous and all that. And he lived, I could walk to the police station in probably 10 minutes tops. So I get on the phone and I dial 911. I don't know the number to the police station, so I just dial 911 and explain everything. My father called me, told me to come by. I come by, he's not answering the phone, he's not answering the door. His car's covered in snow, his truck's covered in snow, and the sidewalks are covered in snow. And they're just not taking it too seriously, which I guess I understand. So they say, okay, we'll send an officer as soon as possible. So now I hang up the phone and I'm just sitting in the car with my boy. And my mind is racing, heart's racing. And some voice inside of me, something inside of me knew what was going on inside, but I didn't want to really admit it maybe yet. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, if there's something bad going on inside, the way my father was, a very personal type of man, didn't want anybody in his business or nothing like that. I figured if something's bad going on in there, he wouldn't want me to be there first. That's what I'm thinking. So I go check all the windows. Windows are locked, blinds are drawn, and then I get to his bedroom window, and he has no curtains, just blinds. And I'm looking through the window, like through the crack of the window, and it's dark in there, so I can't really see nothing, but I hear something loud. It's kind of loud, but not loud outside. Like, I could tell it's loud inside. And then I look, and I see his alarm clock, like one of them old school digital alarm clocks, and the lights flashing, blinking, 12 o'clock. So I'm like, oh snap. The alarm clock is blinking, the light's blinking, the number's blinking. And the alarm must have gone off at some point, and it's not been shut off, right? So that's like got me bugging now. Like, I know he's not inside sitting on the couch with the alarm clock blaring, right? So I'm wiggling the window, and it's not coming loose, so I just hit that boom with my elbow and smash it. And the first thought is, damn, he's gonna be pissed that I just broke his window out. But in the same thought, I'm thinking of like how I'm going to explain it. And I'm thinking like, oh, I'm just gonna say, I thought something was wrong, so I felt like I had to get in here to help you. And I'm expecting him to say, well, thank you, but come on, man, you know ain't nothing wrong with me in here, man. Something like that, right? So I smashed the window open, remove all the pieces of glass, and I ripped the curtains open. And I look at his bed, and he's not in bed. And the sheets and the blankets are all disturbed, like he woke up or something. And my dad always made his bed. I never seen my dad laying down in bed, sleeping, and I've never seen his bed not made. So that, like, it's weird. Everything is weird. And my boy's like, yo, you want me to come with you? And I'm like, nah, I'll be right back. Hold up. Stay right here. And I go through the window, and I don't know how it's gonna sound or seem or whatever, but the first thing I did, I breathed through my nose to see if I could smell anything, and I didn't smell nothing. Right? So I climb through the window, fall through the window, get up. Now I'm in his bedroom. I call out to him. No answer. I shut off the alarm clock. As soon as I got inside, I shut off the alarm clock, and then I call his name. No answer. And now I'm like tiptoeing through the house because I feel like something bad's going on. So I'm tiptoeing through the house. Like, not tiptoeing, but just walking real slow. I walk through his bedroom, and then the living room is straight ahead. And I look in the living room. The couch is over to the right. His leather recliner is over on the left. And the TV is over here. And nothing. He's not in the living room. So I'm like, I'm bugging for no reason in here. So I get a little bit more courage or confidence or whatever, and I look around in the living room. It's an apartment, so it's small. I look around, I don't see nothing. And then I maybe called out to him again, nothing. I look over in the corner and I see his shoes that he wears, like house shoes, in the corner. I see his keys, I see his hat, I see his glasses, and his, like, he would wear flannel type jackets, his flannel jacket. And I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on here? So I'm about to leave, right? But to get out, you got to go through the kitchen. And the door is in the kitchen. The front door is in the kitchen, and the bathroom is like off to the side of the kitchen. So if you come through the front door, the bathroom is basically kind of like behind you, to your right and behind you. So I'm about to leave. And I walk through the living room, and take that left into the kitchen, and I look, and boom, my dad is laying on the bathroom floor. And I just scream out, no. I couldn't think of nothing else. But in that same second, like, as I'm saying no, I'm also thinking stuff, right? And he's laying on the floor facing away from me in the bathroom on the floor. And I'm thinking to myself, I should go touch him or shake him or something, but there was, I don't really want to say, but like something told me that he was gone. There was nothing that I could do. And I knew that, I just thought, I'm thinking like, all right, this is already gonna fuck me up bad enough, this whole scenario. If I go up to him and I touch him or see his face, I don't know how that shit would have affected me. So, as much as I wanted to, I just backed up out of the house. And my boy's outside and he's calling my name, but I hear him, but I'm ignoring him. And he's like, Lamar, what's going on? What's the matter? What the fuck? I'm coming in. That's when I heard him. When he said, I'm coming in, I said, no, stay out there. I'll be right there. And I go outside and I tell him what happened, basically. And I don't remember what he said to me, but that was that. So I sit there, wait for the police. Now I'm getting tight because all that time that I'd gone through all that, the police still never showed up. I mean, they are 5 minutes away. They're 5 minutes away, but they don't know the exact situation. They know from what I told them over the phone, and it's not like an emergency. So they're just taking their time. But in the meantime, I call my girlfriend and tell her I don't know what else to do. I call her and tell her, and she's bugging. She don't know him, but it's my father. She's pregnant. I left all that out. She's pregnant at the time. My first kid's about to be born. It's February. He died in February. My oldest son, was being born in May. So I get off the phone with her. And I call my mother to tell her. My mother and father were never together my whole life that I remember. But I call her because my sister is with my mother, living with my mother. And she's bugging, crying, whatever mothers do in that situation, right? And she says, I'm coming. I'm going to get Monique and I'm coming. So my boy, I just go sit in the car. Like that moment, something in my brain switched and just completely changed me forever. Still to this day. So my mother says she's coming. I get in the car and I'm just sitting there quiet. And my boy, he ain't saying nothing. He's not saying nothing. He don't probably know what to say. Who's been in this type of situation before? Not many people, right? So he's like, yo, what do you want me to do? And I said, my mother's coming. I'm gonna stay right here. I'm gonna just stay here until they get here. And my mother lived an hour away, and who knows where, I don't know where she might have been at that moment. She still had to get to my sister and then get on the way here. There. So he's like, you sure? And I'm like, yeah, God, I'm numb at this time. And the police are there, the ambulance comes, and eventually the police come, the ambulance comes, and the funeral home director, I think he might, in the city, the town where I'm from, I think the medical examiner is the funeral home director. And I see him pull out the stretcher, and they go inside and get him. And I'm just there now by myself, just standing there. And eventually they all leave. The police leave, everyone leaves. So now it's just me there. I'm just standing there in the middle of the parking lot. And it's winter, it's February in New York. And it starts like freezing raining, and I'm just standing there. I think I had a hoodie on. And I'm just standing there. And it's crazy the way things work. So I'm standing there, and who knows, maybe my mother called my grandmother, or maybe not. I don't know. But as I'm standing there, I see a car driving down the road, and it just stopped in the middle of the road. And I see it, but I'm not really paying too much attention to it. And then I hear my name. I hear my name, and I snap out of it because I know the voice, but it's not my mother. It's my grandmother in the middle of the road, and she's like, Lamar, what are you doing? come help this lady. And I'm like, what? The car that stopped in the middle of the road ran out of gas, and my father lived right next to the gas station. So I walk over and help push the car out of the road. And what makes me say I don't know if my mother called her or not, but I don't think that she did, is my grandmother and my father were tight from like his last few years of life. She helped him a lot. She helped us a lot. And she didn't say anything about it. So I think it was just a coincidence that she drove by at that time. And I tell her, all right, Grandma. I didn't say nothing to her neither. I didn't know how to say it. I'm just like, all right, Grandma, I'll see you later. I'm waiting for Mommy. Mommy's about to come. I'll see you later. Boom. She leaves. And I think as she's pulling off, I think she said, I'm going to get Jean Marie, my cousin. And as she's pulling off, I'm thinking like, damn, I wish I would have told her what happened. And just like, you know, but I didn't. And I just watched her drive off. And I just go back over to where I was at and just stood there. Just in the middle of the parking lot. It's so weird. I don't know why I did that. I just stood in the middle of the parking lot waiting for my mother to get there. And an hour and a half. It went from daytime to nighttime by the time they got there. Because I remember she had a van, and I remember them pulling up and me jumping in the back of the van and everybody being upset and crying and all that. But basically, I was done crying. Like that moment changed something in me, and just I was emotionless, and I've been emotionless since then, for the most part. So that's the story of me finding my father, my last time seeing my father. And yeah, this, like I said, this is my first YouTube video, and with time things will get better. I really wanted to put this story out there. I don't know, maybe get some feedback from people, see what they think, similar situations, stuff like that. I know I'm not the only one, obviously, that been through it, but it just affected me very negatively, and it still to this day affects me negatively in some ways. Just a lot of unanswered things. Just a lot of unanswered things, a lot of questions that I have, a lot of things he would say, like, when you get older, I'll tell you this or tell you that. And I just feel like all that was ripped away. Not ripped away, but just like, you know, I got questions, and that obviously I can't ask him. But yeah, so I hope I did all right for the first video. I hope this shit wasn't like too depressing or nothing like that, but yeah, I just wanted to put this out there. It's my first video. Awkward, nervous, but I guess it's just like that. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the story, ways that you think maybe I can improve, stuff like that. Let me know. Thanks for taking the time to listen. Peace.